said. Oh, wow.
Should I pull mine down?
Pull them down, babe. Pull them down. Hello, everybody.
We're not dead.
We're not dead. I know that was the first thought that a lot of you had.
And to be fair, it wouldn't be a shocking thing.
No, and you guys had every right to think that.
Yeah.
Every right in the world.
Every right.
Every stinking right. But nothing has really changed as far as like with me. Like I'm waiting to hear back from doctors and stuff like that, which is silly, but because I've been trying to just take it easy. Hey, James. Hey.
Why are you having such trouble reading?
I can't read it. What's it say?
God, this is pathetic. I haven't got my glasses on. It's dry. I tried.
Oh, shit.
Oh, my God, we're losing it.
Oh, my God. We are so old.
We're so old and blind.
Oh, sorry.
And we've just had Shay for the weekend, and she's like, you two are so deaf. It's like really annoying.
Yeah, we're deaf and we're blind. Hey, Mark.
Hi, Mark.
I'm like, yeah.
How close do you have to get to read it?
Well, because these things,
do you want
like,
them cleaning?
No, I just cleaned them. But here's the thing. Oh, you're like, they're not clean. No, but they're bifocals.
Uh-huh.
So, like, I'll go like this and then like this. And I have to try to find the sweet spot.
I know bifocals sound like a good idea.
I don't like them at all.
No.
Like, I'd rather just not wear anything and just have, like, readers. And, like...
But you can't see at a distance, can you?
I don't care.
Well, your eye goes wonky.
Oh. Hey, Sean. Mark stole my howdy. That's what you get.
Snooze, you lose. Mark does that.
He's
in there. Fast. So anyway, what's going on?
Nothing's going on. Zoe's feeling better. I'm feeling better.
My back's fine.
I've been taking it easy as far as doing dumb shit outside. And I think we're going to be getting a bunch of stuff done this week. So, oh, Mark says hi, Zoe.
Hi, Mark. I love Mark. He's the best. Are you jealous?
A little bit.
You should be. I don't know. It's been weird, hasn't it? We've been doing all sorts of like more in the house creative stuff, haven't we? Because
I've been working on something and you've been working on something.
Yes.
So, like, I've been working on a book with a crowdfunding thing that I'm actually launching tonight, which we could talk about later. Zoe got commissioned to make a wonky pigeon for a play, and so she's been doing that.
It's a really important, weird prop in a play of a friend of ours, isn't it?
You don't need to, like, make it sound more important or anything like it.
What?
It's a very important prop.
Well, you were like, and Zoe got commissioned to make a wonky pigeon.
I don't think I said it like that.
I think you did. But anyway,
Unreal.
I'm making...
It looks really good.
Well, it's like a weird, stuffy, like, material-based thing, and I'm not used to doing that, and my sewing skills are not great.
I think they're getting really good.
Do you?
Yeah, because you couldn't sew anything like a week ago.
What are you trying to say? I've stitched your pants a few times.
And they always have holes in them. They come right out.
Maybe that's like force on the pants rather than my sewing abilities.
So what's that supposed to mean?
You know, I was just saying. If you're doing a lot of lunges.
I'm known for my lunges.
It's Faye. I can see it from here.
No, I could see words when they're apart, like, and I could kind of guess what they are, but I'm trying to see what's the best, like, area to look.
Sake, this is like geriatrics anonymous.
Faye says, "Hey, you are live. Cool. I can only stay a little while as I must finish the quilt." Yes, you must finish the quilt. Anyway, hi.
I know the feeling. I love doing stuff like that. I've never actually... Oh, I have made...
You just finished a giant quilt.
No, that's a crochet blankie.
Oh.
Quilt is like the...
With the
patchwork
stuff in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I once made a giant pillow with a patchwork. It was all triangles. Took me forever because I hand sewed it. Oh, no, I didn't. Anyway. With that awesome story.
That was a good story, babe.
I know.
And it was not factual. Well, it's on a deadline for a charity auction. It's the dragon quilt.
Ooh. Is there a video about it? I'd like to see it.
She talked about it at the end of the video about the first page challenge, which everybody should go watch.
You really should. Good. It's an awesome video. We didn't get to the end. I don't think I saw the very end of it because someone started rattling on about pages and what's important and all the different books and stuff, and we started looking it up. I was just talking to Faye a minute ago about it. Yeah.
That was towards me, right? Like someone was running their trap.
Well, yeah, we started looking at stuff, didn't we? And you were telling me about all the different books and stuff. It was really interesting. You should look it up. It's awful.
Let's see. True.
What did Mark say?
Dragon quilt sounds cool.
Yeah, it really does.
The other bit is the pool situation is fixed for the moment. For those of you who were keeping track, the wind blew our pool in half.
It totally ripped our pool.
So
absolutely devastated.
Yeah, so we got a slightly smaller, different type of pool.
We just need somewhere to be able to cool off. It's not that we need to be like doing laps or anything, is it? We just need to be able to get in there and cool off.
Yeah. And
we figured we could do it like on a cheaper version so that if it gets trashed again in the wintertime or whenever, it's not going to be a huge disaster, which I feel better about. But we're going to put a video up about it because we did the whole shebang. We leveled it. We did all stuff. It feels so much better, doesn't it? I'm so really glad we did it.
But yeah, we have a few things filmed that I need to edit together to put up.
Yeah.
So hopefully that'll be coming. I would like to do that before Tuesday, at least get them edited.
Somebody is having a big week this week.
Yeah. I have family coming to help us build.
And it's birthday.
We do need a cement pond. Thank you, Sean.
Yeah, we do.
If I just stay here and don't move, I'm okay.
What are you talking about? You can see it from there.
Yeah, like
we totally do. If we had a cement,
like
if we dug a proper like pool, that would probably be a really good idea instead of just getting rubber ones or vinyl ones or whatever they are that rip. But we'll get round to that.
Thank you. Mark says, do you feel like your homestead skills are improving? No. I feel like we are. Thank you.
Oh, he's hopeless at taking like any niceness, guys. So he'll get all awkward and uncomfortable.
I feel like we are handling being here a lot better.
Totally. I think a lot of it as well is my parents are supposed to be coming out on the 17th. Looks unlikely it's going to happen.
I asked this guy, I was telling him, I'm like, yeah, man, I don't know if Zoe's parents are coming because of the coronavirus. And he's like, oh, well, I know how to fix that. And I'm like, oh, what? And he's like, just switch to Takate. rim shots all around the world.
And he
You
was
guys
like,
hear that?
it took you a while though. Then you were like, oh,
No, I was
you were
I was
waiting for,
I
like,
was like waiting for something like factual or something, and yeah, it was pretty funny. But between my sister and her friend coming out to help us, and then my mom coming out, and then your folks maybe coming to be here, we've been trying to homify the place up more. And
we basically, it's like for my peace of mind a lot of the time, but we wanted to tidy everything up to get it all more organized and neater, but also just so there's more room, because the more stuff that's like lying around, you just feel like you're tripping over each other and stuff.
yeah,
But I honestly don't know if they're going to be able to get out here, but I feel better about the place in general. It feels more homely. We moved stuff around, like we have like 2 comfy chairs that we had around the fire pit, which we haven't used for all winter because we haven't used the fire pit. So we put those around in the shade so you can sit and look in that beautiful view over there, and you're in the shade. So when it starts getting really hot, it's a nice place to be. And it just feels more together, doesn't it? But as far as building and stuff, we haven't done anything because we got to the window side and we freaked out a little bit. We weren't sure whether we should put the frame in for the window or whether we should just carry on going.
Well, we have to put the frame in.
So we've got to build the frame next. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Oh, well, we have to finish that little corner,
yeah,
and then put the frame in.
But we're actually a lot more efficient about it, aren't we? So when we get going, we're really good at it. So I feel like maybe I'm being a bit harsh. I think our homesteading, we haven't gained a lot of skills as such yet. And I'm really disappointed because, like, obviously, but if my parents can't come out, like, we were going to do a lot of stuff with them that they would be able to, like, my dad, he's not, like, qualified or anything, but he's built an awful lot of, like, wooden, things like beds and all that kind of stuff. And I just think he'd be able to, like, give us some pointers with things, because it sounds stupid, but when you haven't done anything, it's tiring, isn't it? Going at, like, Googling every single step of the way to try and, or looking it up or reading up on stuff.
Well, I mean, we got to. It's just, like.
But it would be nice to have people here who knew what they were doing to give us a bit of advice about
just
things.
Having people here to help do anything, whether it's.
I'm not sure how handy.
I don't think they're going to be handy at all, if that's what you're going to say. Like, I honestly think it's like.
They're coming out for 2 days, and I think mainly they're going to be sunbathing and talking.
Yeah,
and
I think
drinking,
that's what it is.
Probably.
Yeah. But, I mean, even the moral support might be worth it.
I know.
Who knows?
I
don't know.
So as well.
The other thing is because we haven't really been able to do anything during the winter, I was really counting on this spring to have our skills kind of shine a little bit, or get skills. So basically, like, growing our own food, like, if we can't do that this spring, that'll be a big disappointment. Like, I know we can grow the food because we grew it all last time. It's just it got eaten by all the fucking critters.
Yeah, it's keeping it alive, or keeping it. Yeah.
So,
so really, we need to work out whether we're going to do a deck area or do the garden thing first, because my parents are going to help with, like, a deck place.
Basically, so her dad doesn't have to sit in the sun. That's basically what's happening here. We're getting some sort of deck.
Not just that, it's also to connect to the pool, to secure the pool a little bit.
We'll see if that even happens. And then let's see. That will only make sense if you know Beverly Hillbillies.
You haven't read the comment before that, have you?
You need a cement pond. Oh, I want a cement pond. I know that sounds silly, but I want it bad, hard. And I want to put fish in it.
I want just a pool to be able to sit in. That's what he's saying.
You can sit in a pond, babe.
Not with fishing.
Yeah, you can. Just not when I'm fishing.
Wow. See, this is the problem. This is why we don't get much done. It's because we argue and end up talking about fish ponds.
Yeah. Adult ed woodworking class. When I read that, all I saw was Ed Wood, and it made me want to watch Ed Wood.
Seriously though, that's what we need. Though we need to go
Ed
to a
Wood?
class. No, we need to go to a class and just like.
Babe, I know how to work wood.
See, this is the problem.
You're not too bad at it yourself.
Haven't we discussed this? I'm so sorry. But we need to know just basic things. Like we can work it out, but it's kind of, I feel like things are just cobbled together instead of being like sturdy.
I just want to cobble everything together. I don't see what the problem is. Ernie, hey. Faye says, have a plan. People love to help, so make a prominent honey-do list and hang it in a good location, like the back of the bathroom door.
That's actually a really good thing.
I don't know if we would ever see it if it was on the back of the bathroom door.
I would.
The door flies open all the time.
It does. Well, there we go. Job number 1, lock on the bathroom door. Like, it's only taken a year. Really?
How would anyone not know someone was in the bathroom?
That's not the point. The door flies open. It's really awkward. You're sitting there and you're just like nervous the whole time that you're going to be like exposed.
Are you
nervous
the whole time?
Yes, it's uncomfortable. I hate being in a tiny space when you need the bathroom. It's gross.
Across from the toilet. Yeah, that's probably a better idea there too. Crossing things off a list is the greatest feeling ever. Yes, Troy.
It really is. I've got a giant list and I've only ticked like 2 things off it.
Yeah, she made some ridiculous list that was like 2 pages long, but all the stuff on it was like, it was more like a bucket list than a to-do list. It was like, go to the moon before I die.
No, it isn't. It was go to the dump, which we did eventually.
We did. Loincloth in hand. Yeah, but if you have the loincloth in the hand, that means you're naked and everyone's going to look. So loincloth needs to be
secure
around the centrifuge.
I don't know if that's not the right.
All right. So yeah, so that's that. What else? Oh yeah, so the window box, and then we have to do the fire pit area. We're trying
window box.
The box frame for the window to go into, and the fire pit thing.
Yeah.
I almost made a teepee out of the shade cloth and the really long 2x4s when you were asleep this morning.
Why?
To see how much wind the shade cloth would cut. Thought it would have been a good idea. So.
Well, it might be a good idea. Who knows?
Might be. You don't know. You don't know these things until you try it.
So basically, we've been a little bit like, we've had trouble motivating ourselves to do the building side of it because it has been pretty crappy weather and it's been difficult. We've hurt in various places. We've kept and we had jobs to do otherwise, creatively wise. So we kind of focused on that a little bit more. But I'm itching to get back doing the pool and just getting everything leveled out and having it work.
See you later, Mark.
Bye, Mark. It made me feel so much better about stuff. I just feel like I just want to get on with things now, and I'm hoping we can get them to do something.
Yeah.
I'm sure we can. They're sort of willing, but whether there'll be a lot of screaming and falling over and larking about, I would say. Would you?
Yeah. Let's see. This face says you can get an oversized bathtub or old hot tub and sink it in the ground. Just plumb a simple drain line. Usually you can get those on Craigslist for tow away or free with a truck.
I would love that.
Yeah, she really wants a big bathtub. Our bathtub is not very big.
You know, we're talking about for a pool instead of a pool.
I know, but I think you would just want a bathtub anyway, like a big clawfoot bathtub.
I would love that, but it's not very practical when you like on borrowed water.
What do you mean? We'll have servants who boil the water and then bring it in and pour it on you in the middle of the thing.
Feed me peeled grapes.
Not while they're washing you. You get a cramp and you'll drown.
Oh, God.
Good times. But yeah.
You seem a bit depressed all of a sudden. You were quite chipper before we started this feed. What's up with you?
You have really just brought a downer on the whole thing. No.
Wow.
No, I really want I feel like if over the next, and this is just me talking, but like over the next year, if we can't do all the things that we wanted to do when we first thought of coming out here, we need to restructure our plan as to what we're going to do with this space.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Because you keep mentioning sheds and things.
Well, yeah, because I know, go ahead.
No, nothing. I just think everything gets damaged so quickly with the weather. There's no like protection from either the sun or the wind. It's nuts.
Then that should be the first thing we are doing.
Yeah, I know, I understand that. But I think for buildings and things that, you know, we're going to be living in, they've got to be as sturdy for our budget as we can possibly make them. And I just don't. And also with the heat, like in a wood shed, it's going to be like cold in the winter and hot in the summer unless we put a ton of money extra to like
insulate it.
Insulate it, yeah. So I think the earth bags things, I think we can do it. I think we just have to focus on doing a little bit often rather than like trying to flog ourselves to do it and not be able to and hurt ourselves, and then it's like on hold completely.
Well, I feel like after this one's done, we're gonna have a way better idea.
I know, and I think
it works,
like,
and I think this whole thing, like
morale-wise as well.
Morale-wise, yeah, but I feel like we went and said, okay, what's the biggest, stupidest structure we could build first? You know, like if we just did like a little dome to do
yeah, we did, but the whole point was we wanted something square. We thought about a dome, and then we thought we needed something square because we needed to fit as much as possible into it. And a dome, not only is it round, so you're limiting like this.
There's actually more square footage inside a dome.
Yeah, but the walls are rounded, so you're losing out on that, and it curves in
with more room.
Help me, people.
So there you go.
But I think we can still do it. It's just we just have to get going. Like I feel more hopeful about it now the winter's over. I think the winter's been really difficult. Just because
I think winter was way harder than the summer.
Yeah.
Way harder.
Yeah, I do too. Not because I think it was just like it costs more because you need a lot of gas for cooking and all that kind of things because you can't be outside as much. But also like morale-wise because you're cooped up more.
Yeah.
It makes a difference, I think. Being outside really makes me feel better. Just you know, pottering around, tidying things up and doing things and laundry even and stuff like that. I do all the laundry outside and it's just like, I don't like doing it. The thought of me doing it, I hate. But once I'm actually out there and you're out in the sunshine and it's lovely.
Faye says, the round dome shape is best for wind.
Yeah.
If you sink it in the ground, you address the temp changes.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
That's what we need to be. We're planning on doing all of our separate rooms as domes, like bedrooms and stuff, because we don't need a lot of space in each thing because it's like a separate area for each room.
Oh, take care, Sean.
Hi,
Thanks for hanging out.
Yeah, I think we don't need that much space for that.
Mm-hmm.
So we can make them really nice, efficient little rooms, you know, and I don't think they'll take too long to do once we get like the hang of it and we know what we're doing. And if we just do it slowly and steadily,
Mm-hmm.
I think, like I keep saying, it's all about your brain thinking we would have had all this done by summer, and you get flattened thinking, oh God, we haven't done it. And it's like, but that doesn't really matter. Most people expect to have like several years in a trailer or whatever while they're building. Like, it's very few people can just be there in a couple of months and it's all done. And, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Good talk.
I just think we could do it.
I know. Up top. Look out.
Was...
Everything's fine. That was good, babe.
Yeah.
That was a big smacker right on the hand.
But the other thing that we're planning on doing is the fire pit. We have to think about the garden. That's really important because it's just going to help us out a lot. Mm-hmm. You know, to have fresh veggies and stuff like that. It'll make like food budgeting a lot easier, won't it, for things? But also to have the fire pit, because we need to build the fire pit like windproof. That's the main. So we ended up, my husband here said that the problem is that we can't make any decisions because I veto all his ideas. Is that what you said?
That was a very concise way of putting it.
But basically it was like we have trouble building anything because he suggests things and I don't like the idea.
Because she thinks it's going to look like crap.
Mm-hmm.
So I basically said, you make all the decisions then, and we'll just do it.
And I'm not
and that made her mad.
I'm not qualified to do that. It's really difficult. We need to work as a team. But anyway, the options were we were going to do a whole, like, it's only a small fire pit, but with built-in, like, high seating round, so it's like a wind block as well. Because we cook, like, everything outside through the summertime, don't we? We very rarely cook anything inside. So we thought about doing it with hay bales, but we figured with even for a small amount, it would probably cost a fair bit of money for all the straw plus all the cement and everything to go over it. We're planning on doing like an adobe covering, so it's just like a whole seated area around. Ooh.
Think about a cob oven.
That's another idea. Yeah. You would like to do like a pizza oven thing, wouldn't you, for outside? But that's definitely a plan that we've thought about doing. But we like grilling stuff. We love just having like a fire to be sitting around. But obviously you've got to be really careful in the desert. So we have like quite a few pallets lying around that we're desperate to use rather than just sitting there. So we thought about using pallets. But in the long run, by the time we had those all secure with probably posts round and cemented over and all that kind of thing, that would probably be expensive as well. We thought about just using the wood from the pallets and using the cinder blocks. We thought about doing it all just with cinder blocks because we want it about 4 foot high with maybe hay bales to sit on that are all covered in cement, so like an adobe kind of covering. And we've kind of measured it out and we have it laid out how we want it and everything. It's just deciding on how to do it. And to be honest, I'd rather just have something so it's usable at the minute. But I don't know what's the best plan to do that. What do you think?
Teepee. That's really quick. A teepee's super quick. Just
an indoor oven, like
just 3 sticks and something to wrap around it.
That's the problem as well. We have like very little clay, but we know people in the nearby area who've got like a shipment of clay. So I could contact them and see, because that might be really useful. and see if we could do that, because we're going to need that kind of thing for the outside of the shed as well, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have to need some kind of clay.
A usable cob oven can be built in 2 days by nearly anyone for some cinder blocks and straw and clay.
Yeah, we definitely need to look into that. That's a really good idea, Faye. Yeah. And then we don't have to worry about the wind.
Yeah. So that's a thing. And then other than that, we're just kind of on autopilot right now, trying to figure out if your parents are coming.
Yeah, it's
and we're
really
not going to know
difficult.
until next week. And they're supposed to be coming the week after.
They're supposed to be here on the 17th, but they're both in the 70s. And they're just like, I only see them once a year. So it's like a really big deal, like for them to come out. They want to come and help us out to try and...
Hey, cat dancer.
Hi. Yeah, it's really important for them because they've been out to the land, haven't they?
Yeah.
When we first bought the land, they came out and they loved it. And we sort of looked around and measured stuff up and all that kind of stuff. But they've never actually been here since we've been here, living here.
Yeah.
And I think it's quite hard for my mum. You know, she likes to be able to visualize where we are and what we're doing and stuff. And she feels a lot further away when she
doesn't know it.
When she doesn't know and she can't like picture us. So it's going to be hard for her, especially if they can't come out, because she really misses. Like we miss it. I'm very close with my mum. Both of them. I'm really close with both of them. But me and mum talk a lot about things, and it's like I think it would do us both like really good to just see each other and talk about stuff, and for them to be able to help out a bit, because they'll feel more useful. I think they feel very like helpless, don't they, when we know that we're trying to do stuff and they can't just come out. Because my parents were the type of parents that I would just pop down and see them every like couple of days, or they'd come and help me if I needed jobs doing, and we'd do stuff together, and they can't do that with it being such a difference. But
yeah,
I don't know if anyone knows any information or anything, but like it's probably a bad idea for them to be flying into LAX at the minute. I just don't know. It's like there's very few deaths. I know that, but it's like it is like
it's a thing.
It's a big thing, and if they came over and got ill, I would just be devastated. That would be awful.
If they came over and weren't allowed back into England.
Oh yeah, or they had to be quarantined or something ridiculous. You know, if something flares up, I don't know. I know.
I bet your dad's more worried about not being able to get back home.
Yeah, probably. Because it's not like we're hanging out in the middle of LA where everything, you know what I mean, or in like a super high risk area. We're out in the middle of nowhere. So once they're actually here, it isn't so much the problem. It's the airport bits in between that are going to be the stress, I think. And my dad has had a weird cough for ages, like an asthmatic cough, which like his immune system might be compromised to start with. And he's not ill or anything with it. He had like a cold for like a couple of weeks, but the cough lingered on with like...
And if he starts coughing in an airport...
Oh, God, I don't know. I just but I'm devastated at the thought of them not being able to come out. But at the same time, I'm like, no, I just...
A lot of airports are shutting down flights.
I know, and I think a lot of flights, like they would be on British Airways probably, and I think I saw something today where they're like allowing you to postpone it. You know, you can get your money back or like put it on hold to be able to come at late. But I know for a fact they're not going to come out in the summertime because my dad would die instantly. Yeah. He's way wimpier than me about it.
Does he take high blood pressure meds?
I don't think he does. He might do.
I don't think he does. Because he was like talking to me when I had my blood pressure down. He's like, yep, me and you, we have the blood pressure of an 18-year-old.
Yeah.
So I don't think he does.
They're both really fit. They go hiking, you know, like mountain hiking and stuff as well.
Yeah.
They're really active. They go to the gym all the time.
English mountain hiking. So it's like 500 feet off the ground.
They do like several miles, like 8-9 miles. They do
Yeah.
like big hikes.
With very gradual inclines.
Size queen. But it's like they're very active. Both of them go to the gym. My mum swims. They do all kinds of things. They're really fit and active. I just don't want them to be, exposed to anything more than they should be. It's just so annoying that this has come up at the one time in the year when they come out to see me. So I don't know. It's a bit worrying. But they're going to see a doctor next week to ask advice, and they're looking at all the sites and stuff, so they'll have to make their mind up and things.
Yeah. So the main reason we did this was just so you guys knew we weren't dead.
We just wanted to say hi to everybody.
Yeah.
And to sort of say that we're going to try and do this every Sunday again, but not at a set time. Because it's with Shaylee coming down for the weekend. She's coming down every weekend, more or less, at the minute. And it's just really nice hanging out with her and spending time. But it depends at different times that she goes back up.
Hello, Jessica.
Sunday. Hey, Jessica. So I think it's just like a bit like it's easier for us to just do a stream and hope that people are still around. But we're not expecting you to, like, you know what I mean? It's just
nice. If you guys watch this afterwards, that's fine.
Yeah. Oh, you okay?
Yeah, puke.
Gross.
No, he's not puking.
No, he's not puking. He's got like weird.
He's been playing.
Sneezing.
He's playing with the furry thing, and he gets it down his throat.
It's his best friend, a leopard that used to be one of those. What they call like make your own.
Build-A-Bear.
Build-A-Bear. Make your own.
Make your own
toy.
Yeah.
But he was a leopard, and now he's just like a.
It's just a husk. It's just a husk. Oh, there you go.
Oh, that's like horrendous when you look at it like that, isn't it? That's the stuff of nightmares. It's your best friend, isn't it? It's leopard.
Yeah. He loves it.
He loves it, but he inhales half the fur when he's ripping it to shreds. We also bought him We actually bought Mina a little lamb.
Gosh.
Lamb chop. It was like a lamb chop lamb, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Lamb chop the character, not a lamb chop. And it's like this big for Mina. She wasn't.
I don't even think it was that big.
No, she wasn't interested in the slightest, but it has like a squeaker in it. And he was all into it, wasn't he? And playing. And he took it outside and he was going like that, and it squeaked once, and he panicked. He went like that, dropped it, backed off, and did a giant, massive circle to avoid it, and ran back in. And that's it. Never.
Not a fan of it.
Oh, he's terrified.
Doesn't like it.
Doesn't like squeakies, do you?
Don't
like the squeakies.
But yeah, so we do have video footage. I'm going to be editing it, and hopefully they will be up, or at least scheduled to go up this week before my sister gets here.
Yes, definitely. And we'll try and get some footage of them when they're there, because
they're nuts.
They're nuts. They're not going to be very helpful, but morale boosting, I would imagine. It'll be nice to have them here. There'll be a lot of laughing, a lot of larking about, and very little work done. I'm hoping we get some done, because that's the whole point of them coming, but I honestly...
What are you going to do? You know?
It's the thought that counts, right?
Yeah, but it would be... Because my sister has been promising me that she's going to come out and help.
And she's an expert
before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And she's an expert because she watched some guy
build
a dirtbag house.
What's it called? The channel? It's something. Remember. It's like homesteading something. Nightmares.
No. It's like a show on some cable channel.
And she's an expert on earthbag building. Dirtbag building.
Yeah.
So she keeps giving us questions about stuff like, why are you doing that? That's not what he does on the show. Because that's the only source of knowledge. But she's very
And it was one episode, by the way. It's not like an ongoing thing. There was one episode.
Oh, really? I thought she was watching it regularly.
Well, no, she is watching it regularly.
Yeah, but
there was only one episode where they did Dirtbaggers.
Okay.
All right.
So you can get an idea, really, of what's going to happen.
So we've been waiting since before Thanksgiving for them to come out. Then she said they weren't going to come out until the weather cleared up. So then she finally gave us a date a couple weeks ago. And it turns out there's a very good possibility it's going to be raining the whole time they're here. So,
oh God!
What are you going to do?
So we're all going to be sitting in here, losing our minds instead of getting anything done.
Yep.
But your mum is taking you out for birthday dinners, so that's something to look forward
All
to.
of us for lunch. I got to figure out where I want to go for lunch.
Okay.
Very, very complicated.
Is it though?
Yes. I never know what I want.
You're hopeless.
So anyway, so that's that. And I guess that's it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We will be more up to date because as the weather's getting warmer, we're going to get active with things
doing
again.
more stuff outside.
Definitely are. It feels so much better, and the winter's just been difficult. We've been kind of holed up and surviving, but the summertime makes you feel like you want to be out there again, doesn't it? What's going on? Are you reading?
I'm reading. So let me tell you what's been said.
Okay.
Jessica said, ha ha. Then Faye said, Green Dream is in Arizona, is a homestead, and they are doing dirt bags. They have completed a root cellar and just broke down on several domes. They have a YouTube channel.
Ooh, we'll check those out.
Then Cat Dancer says, good thing you got some new board games for when we're stuck in here.
Not being funny, but trying to explain the rules of Horrified to Candy might be...
Not just that, Jaws. Like, Jaws is worse. We might have to just play Yahtzee. And just like...
Can she play Yahtzee?
I think she can play Yahtzee.
I'm sure she can. Like, she's not stupid.
Are you showing the games off now?
We're not. She's not an idiot. She's a wonderful person, but she has the attention span of a gnat. That's the problem. This is Jaws. Horrified. Where are you going? This is all I'm showing them. Come back.
You're not going to explain?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought you were doing
I'm just showing them.
All right.
And they are the most amazing games.
They're really fun.
Seriously, check them out.
All right.
One of them is Jaws based, and the other one is like
Which one's Jaws based?
The other one is Universal Monsters, and it's so much fun. You're getting on my nerves today.
Yeah.
Just saying. It's really
what did I say earlier? Or that was last night, huh?
What?
What were we saying?
Is it bad?
No, it was the thing that you were like, why are you so full of dad jokes?
He's so full of dad jokes because he's just repeating the jokes that he's always told when he was at school and everyone laughed then. And he hasn't come up with any new ones.
What did I say?
I don't know. You say a lot of dad jokes.
Oh, it's going to drive me nuts. What did I say, Roy?
They're really, really fun. Seriously. They're both like strategy. No. They're both like strategy games.
But you have to work together. It's fun. It's good fun.
It's really good fun. And there's so many. They're beautifully.
See, I knew this was going to. No. Just show the back. See?
No.
Look at all the fun stuff. Babe, seriously, I'm not trying to make fun of you or anything, but it takes you a really long time. I'm out.
No, I'm just showing them this. Look.
That's all you wanted to show.
Yeah, it's just beautifully.
It's well put together.
It's everything about it is beautiful. Show them the board. And look inside. This is the best bit. All the pieces. Look, it's the mayor's jacket design on the inside. This
is Amity Island. And this is the wreckage of the Orca.
And you basically just, like, it's 2 phases. It's really good fun.
Yeah, it's really fun.
If you like Jaws especially, but you can play it without, like, But it's all like little nods to the film and stuff.
Yeah.
And the monsters are all like, it's the same company, Ravensburger.
But you could play one player on it.
Yeah, so you can play by yourself against however many monsters you want to attack. And they all have the different attributes and stuff. It's just really good fun. We've been playing a lot. I thought we were going to play last night.
Troy, you should totally get it.
Seriously.
Like,
you would love
the
it.
horrified one especially. Like, it's good fun.
They're really, really good fun. And we got a little bit cocky, didn't we? Because we played all the different combinations. There's like 7 monsters, all the main creature. That was actually a Chihuahua that did that.
Yeah.
There's the creature from the Black Lagoon, Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, Dracula, the Wolfman, the Invisible Man, and the Mummy. Yeah? And they all have different attributes that you have to try, like different things, like what you call it, like tasks that you have to do in order to defeat them. But we got cocky because we were playing with 2 different monsters, but we tried all different combinations to sort of get to know them all. And we were like, this is easy. This is like no problem. So we played with 3 monsters. We got annihilated.
Destroyed.
We got totally annihilated.
It was really bad.
It was really embarrassing.
But then we did it.
Yeah, we beat them after that because we were like more careful because you have to really work together about stuff and figure it out, don't you? But it's so much fun. So good things have come out of
the creatures, the DOG.
Yeah.
The dog.
Absolutely. And I bought a little paintbrush yesterday because I'm gonna paint all the little plastic figures.
You totally should. Are you gonna do the Jaws wooden ones too?
I might do.
I think you should.
You think?
Yeah, that'd be cute.
But the Jaws ones are they're very like minimalistic, aren't they? Like just little wooden, like
midlife prices.
No way.
How is the pizza oven?
Yeah,
we were just talking about ovens.
The shed, I'm very jealous of.
Yeah.
Very. Considering I woke up the other day. I think we just fall into bits, aren't we? But I'm hoping the sunshine's going to hold us together a little bit more.
The sunshine is making things so much better. Like,
it really is.
So much better.
Just being outside, it's so difficult being cooped up in a small area when you just have nowhere else to go. Isn't it? Like, we found that difficult. Like, we haven't had trouble.
They got stuck in the mud.
No way. We're going to have to... Oh, gosh. Did you manage to get everything sorted? This is like... That's one thing, luckily. Touch wood.
That's not wood. That's barely wood. All right.
But luckily, since we got here and had the disaster with the U-Haul truck, I think with everything being so sand, like there's so little clay, everything drains really quickly, doesn't it? So it's just back to sand again.
Yeah, they got out. Yeah, Faye, that's definitely a thing for sure. Like, it wrecked me.
Yeah. My mum's the same in England. She just doesn't like Christmas time. She kind of can focus on Christmas coming up, so you're like busy and stuff. But once Christmas has passed, she's just craving some warmth again, so she can be outside. Because she goes walking with the dog, and you're like trogging through mud, and everything's soaking wet and cold. And you found that he's definitely really, really struggled, haven't you?
Yeah, this was like really hard,
and it hasn't even been like that horrendous, really, has it? Compared to Big Bear. Big Bear, it was just like they've had so much snow this winter again, haven't they? Like, I think you would have lost it completely if you'd been up there. It's
going to be snowing again on Tuesday.
Is it?
Yeah. So, that's that.
They reckon that the last snow's Mother's Day, isn't it?
That's usually what it is, yeah. Mother's Day.
That's really weird, but they often have snow on Mother's Day, and then after that it clears up. So, hopefully, we've just had rain. We've had a couple of snowfalls, but nothing really. Just that one really bad time that we got stuck because we went out for pancakes on that one storm. What a load of idiots!
Oh my gosh!
Oh
Check out one of those sunlight lamps before next fall. I'll help you out.
That's a really good idea.
Then Pam says, I really get down when the weather's bad.
I know, it sucks the life out of you. It really does.
Jessica says, I'm glad spring is around the corner.
Thank you so much, guys. It is, though. It feels...
I've been going outside every morning with a cup of coffee and a book.
He just
sits in the sun.
He sits in the sunshine and he's like a new man.
Yeah, I feel great. Yeah. It's
just
really
sit
nice.
with the coffee and it's quiet and warm. And with the clocks going.
It already happened.
I know.
Oh.
But I'm saying we've got another hour before the sun goes down kind of thing. It's 6 o'clock now.
Yeah.
Well, between 6 and 6:30 hours goes. And so it's like that makes a big difference as well. Because the cooking outside thing, we've really missed that, haven't we?
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah. We'll see. I'm hopeful about it. We'll take video and we'll get back on it and we'll try and sort of be more.
I'll try to get those videos up. I'll try to get a video up tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like I really should have more videos up.
Okay.
Coffee rules.
Oh yeah.
And last night I had Beastie Boys on really loud, I was shaking the whole trailer while you were in the shower, thinking there was like an earthquake or something.
No, I could hear
it. Was so much fun.
I actually told you, didn't I? I was like, oh, that's the way that song's supposed to sound. Because until now, I've just heard his version of it.
How are the earth bags coming? How long will it take to build? That's a funny question. We're halfway done, I think. You don't.
No, I do. I think because from now on we'll have the windows in, which will take less time to go.
We had to take a break for physical.
We both hurt
injuries.
Our backs. Well, you hurt your shoulder really bad, and your hand.
Yeah.
And it was just he was in agony, and then I hurt my back just putting the awning up. Wasn't even building. And then we've been doing other stuff like creative stuff, trying to get things done, and protect ourselves a little bit. And the weather's been crappy, so we're hoping now it's getting warmer, we can get out there and get going again.
Oh no, Cat Dancer says, after I moved to Florida, I have noticed my seasonal affective disorder is almost worse than when I lived somewhere with less sunshine year round.
Really? Because you get more sun in the summertime. Is that what you mean? That it like hits you more in the winter because it's so lovely in the summer?
Oh, that might be it.
It might be because here, like it was like
and it might just be overcast a lot.
Oh yeah.
Because like when I lived near the beach, most of fall and winter was always overcast.
Really? But warm still?
It would still be warm. But it was always overcast. Like I never saw the sun. I don't know if that helps. Like I don't know. Well, anyhow, so
okay, well
that's that. We got to get going here. There are a couple chores that need to be done before the sun goes bye-bye.
Involving the toilet.
So we have to make that happen. Hang in there. Y'all are great. Gotta cook by. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks so much for hanging out. And you do such good stuff, man. We're going to have to keep checking in.
We got to get way better. Yeah. The other thing you guys might not have known, we didn't have internet for like
we've had to have 2 new
SIM cards shipped out.
I need to talk to Pam actually about internet stuff at a later date because I want to know what they do about
James.
it. Thanks so much, James. Because we've had to have 2 new SIM cards sent out.
Yeah.
Because it's just completely kaput on us. And that's like a lifeline to everything, isn't it? Once that goes out. Oh, is that what it is? Yeah, we haven't got that in this area, have we?
I don't think. Well, it depends on how they're using it. Messenger.
Yeah, I will. I'll give you a message, Pam, and just ask about it because we've got the.
And we got to find out what Faye has too. We have unlimited bill.
Yeah, and it's used. It's
okay.
Adequate,
I mean,
isn't it? But
this is fine. We haven't had a break.
It's not. It's great. It's just not. If it's going to keep breaking and you have to wait for like several days before they send you out another SIM card.
Because they always break Thursday night.
Yeah.
Just saying.
They always
Just
do.
saying.
It's really
Thursday night,
annoying.
Friday morning. All right. So anyway,
thank you so much, everybody. It's really nice to be back, isn't it?
Yeah.
And we'll be more. What's the word? On time. Consistent from now on.
I'm a writer.
Have an awesome day, everybody. We really appreciate you hanging out.
Bye.
Bye.